Parks first, and who knows, maybe only Blackburn Rovers lineup. The experience of Mike Duxbury is in for his first start of the season, allowing the normal right-back Mark Atkins into a midfield which has an average age of only 21 and a half. The forwards, 20-year-old Jason Wilcox and David Speedy, who, the irony being, of course, is the only new face in this particular starting lineup. For Derby County, well, they've been virtually unchanged for all their games this season. Familiar names, particularly up front, Mick Harford and Phil G leading the line. Indeed, the only change this season has been in goalkeeping. Peter Shilton missing for one game with a thigh strain. Vic Callow, the referee from Solihull. And immediately, the Blackburn Rovers are the fans are the ones that you can hear singing. It's time, I think, for the Rovers team to let the talking off the field translate itself to be as exciting on it. Here's Sully. Wilcox, Atkins. Unfamiliar territory midfield, at least this season at any rate. May. It's John Rose. Atkins. Sully. Forward ball. Aimed towards Skinner and push and shoving, but the ball's finally broken and a chance immediately. Good save by Peter Shilton going to his left, and suddenly Speedy with a chance. And now the ball dropping, and it's all sorts of trouble, and finally it goes in. Well, what a start for Blackburn Rovers, and what irony. Jason Wilcox, the scorer, one of the young men, all the talk of big money strikers, and Jason Wilcox is the man that scores, and he's of course a member of the youth product. He had the first shot, Shilton with a save, good one too. Suddenly it was back in by Skinner, Speedy clutching his head, couldn't believe his luck. The ball still not able to get controlled by anybody, and Wilcox 1-0. What a start. Well, what would Don Mackay have done for goals like that early on? Blonde hair of David May up with Mick Harford. Not the most effective headers, but the desired result by Mel Sage. Rose just thumping it without really looking where it was going. Harford. Sully intercepts. Harford winning that one. Trying to get in, Moran in very strongly. Richardson, Craig Skinner, very confident. The side winning the ball in the end. And Richardson advancing, John Rose with him. Speedy was pulling away to the right, couldn't get the ball. Tangle of bodies trying to get control of it. And in the end, Wilcox will have it. Bit of pushing and shoving, and the ball will go for a Derby free kick. Well, the man on the right there, acting manager Tony Parks, who knows, maybe inspired team selection. Asa Hartford, the man doing the pointing. Now Williams will chase that. Duxbury's there. Skinner. Craig Skinner started very confidently. Atkins. Space away to the left. John Rose. He's trying to dwell a little too long. Lenny John Rose, who, when brought into the side last season, started with 4 goals in 4 games. May and Harford jumping. Forsyth. Short ball from Williams, Geraint that is. More and away. Speedy controlling. Richardson. Back pass I thought was cut out, indeed it was. Ooh, almost at least by Micklewhite. Not quite in quick enough. Barry Micklewhite, just a sniff of a chance there from a back pass he didn't think was coming. Atkins has made a forward run, but it's gone left to John Rose. Sully. In towards Speedy. Good ball too. Speedy's controlled. John Rose. Richardson. Good footwork. Advancing into the box. Probably a little too long for him, but he's won the corner at least. Lee Richardson. Confidence maybe from that first goal. David May's up from the bank. And Wilcox, the hero of the moment, swings it in. It's cleared though. Skinner, not afraid to shoot. Hit enough bodies on the way though. No offside flag, but I don't think Speedy can keep that on. Well, the corner flag succeeds in keeping it on for him. Richardson. Speedy again. May tussling and winning the throw. Skinner's made the run towards him, but he's still looking for the right option. Skinner the target. Here's Coleman. It's inadvertently, but still releases Ted McMinn. Falling Harford towards him, but Harford wouldn't get that one. Duxbury did. Coleman. That's Bobby Mims. Speedy up. And guess what? He wins it. The ball breaking for Wilcox. Well, he finished nicely enough, but was penalised for the shove. He was penalised for the way that the man with him had fallen to the ground, but play to the whistle. Duxbury and bravely. Here's Speedy again. Once again, just a gesture of unhappiness from David Speedy, but meanwhile Harford has touched it on for Micklewhite. May was away and quick. Here's Harford. The control got him in, and the ambition of a shot. Well, it looked like a fairly tame effort, but it was well positioned. And Mims, who was slightly over to the right-hand side, had to scramble across, and it only just went wide. Wilcox to tee it up for John Rose. Coleman out to McMinn on the left. He took it beautifully in his stride. And we know he can take players on. And he has done. He'll try the shot too! And Bobby Mims was alert to it. Head in hands for Ted McMinn, and a good save from Bobby Mims. Always Ted McMinn is willing to take players on. He doesn't mind how many people are between him and the goal. A little lucky perhaps, but once he got the break, it's a great save from Mims. You know who was up, and you know who won it. Tried to help it on for Wilcox, and well, Shilton will not keep it on, and from virtually nothing, Blackburn have a corner. David Speedy is right at the very edge of the box and shouting for it, but it's gone towards John Rose, and his back header off the top of the bar. It's 3-on-3. McMinn will take Moran on. No, he won't. He'll find Paul Williams. Control the shot from Harford. Always rising and not testing Mims. Mims happy to watch that go over the bar. Paul Williams is control. Harford shot, always rising. Speedy controls, Richardson. Skinner. Nice little show of the ball and drift away. Here's John Rose. Atkins will shoot. Speedy will get the chance also. And it came to him by accident, really. But it doesn't matter how they come to David Speedy. The two Derby players looking for where it was. Speedy looking for the target. Awfully high foot and a dangerous one too by Mick Harford. The intention was for the ball, I'm sure of that. But the way that certainly the speed and the height of the boot, as we'll see here. May had launched it into the air and Harford going up when the heads really were. I think he'll be glad not to have made contact with any Blackburn player. That was a foot up too. This time by Mel Sage, and again an indirect free kick for the dangerous kicking. Well, any Derby Cup side is going to be told to go out and battle to try and pull back a one-goal deficit. 1 or 2 feet have been quite high in the early parts of the second half. Of players at the back post. Speedy breaks from it and looks for the ball and gets the ball. 2-0 Blackburn Rovers. Well, Sheringham, Stewart, the list of strikers that turn Rovers down, well documented. This man didn't turn Rovers down, and at last the flow of goals is beginning to come. 2 in 2 games now for Speedy. And will this little touch in front of Shilton be the vital, perhaps winning goal for Forsyth? Harford shouting at the back, but Geraint Williams is short. There's Harford, and there's May. Safety first. G. McMinn. Oh, lovely skill, inside 2 men, deep cross, Harford, Mims was there. Once again, Ted McMinn is Derby's best outlet and has been all night. Here's Duxbury. Speedy's made a great run forward and Duxbury's found him. He'll have to, well, forced away really. Richardson, losing out. Harford bringing it away. Not noted for his pace, he'll surely release it. Does do. Here's Geraint Williams. Oh, well, I thought it was for Geraint Williams, and perhaps that was the intention, but Richardson picked up the crumbs. Ball forward, and onside, Jason Wilcox. Shilton's come to meet him. It's just forced too wide, and who knows what would have happened if Jason Wilcox had fallen down then. Speedy can't get a telling header in. Atkins out to the right. Here's Skinner. And hustled out of it. Well, as Jason Wilcox took it away from Peter Shilton, Shilton definitely stuck a leg out, and if Wilcox had come tumbling down, I suspect the red card would have been the only option. Meanwhile, here's Craig Skinner. Duxbury was fouled. A little late by Paul Williams, and Blackburn will have a free kick. Shilton organising things, maybe just for a minute or so. I might have thought that he would be lucky to be on the field of play. Who's going to strike this? I suspect Wilcox is confident enough to have a go. No, Sully does. Good strike! And Shelton making amends with a save. Nicely worked free kick. That's one that the training ground produced for sure. Chris Sully met that beautifully. Good save, Shelton. Speedy, the target. Coleman in first. Wilcox. That's perhaps the first mistake he's made all night, Jason Wilcox, and surely we can align that. Chris Sully was very close a moment ago. Harford. May claims Harford was doing the illegal work, and in the meanwhile a free kick's been played immediately to Cross. To McMinn. May stumbles, unfortunately, and McMinn trying the curling shot. And that doesn't trouble Bobby Mims. May in, John Rose just shaking off the challenge and then releasing Wilcox. But Coleman had read it. Jingle bells, they shout. Oh, what fun it is to win away. Well, oh, what fun it is to win at all. And here's Lenny John Rose to try and make it a 3-0 win. Speedy's trying to hold his line and stay on side, and he's done so successfully. The finish is not there. And he falls to the ground. Desperately trying to check his run so he wouldn't be caught offside. He did so successfully, and he'll be disappointed to have missed. Harford glancing on. Won't break for Coleman. Will this time. He didn't realise it had done till too late. Here's McMinn. Harford up. Free header. And it drifted wide. Bobby Mims is angry because one or two players just sort of stood around hoping there might be an offside flag maybe, and Harford will be disappointed to have missed that. Couldn't believe his luck when the ball arrived. Well, there are boos from the Derby County fans, but it's a huge contrast to the smiles and the delight of the Blackburn Rovers fans. Tony Parks, acting manager, with all the talk off the pitch, happy to get a result on it at last. They are delighted supporters who at last have a victory and 2 goals to celebrate. Jason Wilcox started it off in the first minute, and David Speedy, who was outstanding all night, got the second. It's lovely reading, and maybe the headlines tomorrow will be Blackburn win, not Blackburn's new manager. Derby County 0, Blackburn Rovers 2.
Lads worked really hard for it tonight, fully deserved the result, and something to look forward to. Another game coming up Saturday, and same response from the rest of the lads, and I think we can do it up at Sunderland.
I knew we were going to win tonight, but I didn't know how well they were going to play. I had that feeling for a couple of days, the way they've been around training and in the dressing room before the game. But the all-round commitment, the will to play for each other, they were just magnificent. I mean, no other word can describe the performance.
I think the lads responded well to Tony Parks. All credit to Tony. He's picked a side that's won a match for us, and you know, he's done a great job.
Will you be applying for the permanent job?
I will be applying. The board know my feelings. I've walked this way before, 4.5 years ago when Bobby Saxton got the sack. I was in a very similar situation and I didn't get the job then. They will decide who'll get the job. I'm just happy tonight for the players and for the club, and I'm glad we've got a victory under our belt and we're starting to climb the league.